And it is time for the Word on Wall Street. Top investors watching your money. Joining me right now is the Fitz-Gerald Group Principal, Keith Fitz-Gerald, Strategic Wealth Partners Investment Strategist, Luke Lloyd, and Anderson Capital Management Chief Investment Officer, Peter Anderson. Great to see you, gentlemen, this morning. Thank you so much for being here. Luke. Well, look, we are right now in pre-announcement season. Earnings are going to start flowing in a big way in about 2 weeks. And Keith, I want to ask you about these tech stocks, big tech in particular, amidst this notion that the NASDAQ, having plummeted 30% year to date, maybe is showing some value. Media and technology executives are gathering this week in Sun Valley. They're going to be discussing a number of downfalls in their industry as we face a potential economic downturn. One thing different about this big confab at Sun Valley this year is that these titans are getting together and all their stocks are down year to date. Take a look at some of the value lost in some of these names. A Netflix losing so much year to date. I believe it was $135 billion in market value lost, Netflix alone. Your thoughts on tech stocks in the face of this meeting?
Well, it's a very interesting question, Maria, but certainly times have changed. What I'm going to be looking for is two things. As they get to Sun Valley, how many of them are going to be coming in on private jets? What does their travel actually look like? Because in the old days, when I first started, you could go to the parking lot and see how many Mercedes were in there versus how many Fords were in there. The thing is very true today. How much money do these companies really have? The days of naming stadiums are long gone, thank goodness. But, tech is a real fundamental mistake that a lot of investors are making right now. They're lumping it all together. In a company like Apple, Microsoft, or CrowdStrike is very different from a DocuSign, a Zoom, a Meta. There's going to be haves and have-nots. And it's like the plumbing in your house. You can't really build one without pipes. So companies are going to be continuing to invest in stock that move you into corporate security, into bringing people together. That's Microsoft, into changing your world. That's Apple. But you know what? Stuff like Netflix, stuff like Peloton, stuff like Meta, those are going to be a dime a dozen in the next 5 years. So I think you've got to make a decision in terms of what's going to be here in 5 years, what's not. That's how I'm approaching the market. The former are lists that I already own and I'm buying more of. The latter, I'm going to avoid like the plague.
Well, I mean, Disney is down 31% year to date. Comcast down 20% year to date. Discovery, the same thing. Is there value here, Keith?
I would submit respectfully, not until Luke's point where the economy really has bottomed, because those are the kinds of stocks that really have tried to be neutral. They've tried to be Goldilocks stocks. They've wound up annoying a lot of investors. There's big holes in people's portfolios because of them. I would ordinarily submit Disney is going to be the best of the bunch, but right now they've tried to piss off no one, and in fact have angered almost everyone. So the fact of the matter is those stocks are almost untouchable to me until there's a broad shift in the market. But companies like Apple, Microsoft, and CrowdStrike, there's already value there, and I want to put, to Nancy's point, risk on in the portfolio.
Yeah, well, we were mentioning the Fed minutes out at 2 p.m. Eastern. Let me just also mention that we'll get the ISM services number out at 10 a.m. and the JOLTS jobs numbers out as well at 10 a.m. So we'll get some economic data that could be market moving this morning. Great to see you, gentlemen. Keith Fitz-Gerald, Luke Lloyd, and Peter Anderson. Great Word on Wall Street, gentlemen. Have a good day, and we appreciate your time. Quick break, and then coming up, President Biden's...
Hi, it's Keith here. Thanks for checking out today's highlight clip. What'd you think? Did I make sense? Is there something you'd like to add? Make sure you leave a comment down below, and of course, click subscribe to keep up right here on YouTube, or sign up for the email newsletter at the link below. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram for my real-time thoughts on markets, analysis, and a whole lot more.